Good morning, grade 7, section Amorsalo. May I request everyone to stand up for our opening prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, once again, good morning class, and welcome to our lessons. So I'm Numerous Tahoynan, and I'll be your PE teacher for today's subject. Okay, Miss Beadle, who's absent for today? Okay, thank you. I'm glad that the section Amorsalo is all present. So okay, class, if I give you an assignment, please pass it on front. 1, 2. Okay, thank you. So, okay, how is your day, class? Okay, since you are doing great, who can give me the recapitulations of the topic that we have discussed last meeting? Okay, Jacob? Okay, very good. So according to Jacob, our topic last meeting is all about the basic skills in volleyball. Okay. Okay, class. Okay, Jacob, very good. Okay, before we explore into our new topic, I have prepared here a game called 4 Peaks, 1 Word. So in this class, you will guess the hidden words by basing the 4 pictures posted on the boards. So, class, do you have an idea? Okay, Vanessa? Okay, very good. It represents badminton. Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay. So now, class, do you have an idea on what is our topic for today? Okay, TG. Okay, very good. Our topic for today is all about the dual sport, the badminton. But before we proceed into our main topic, I will present to you our objectives. Okay. At the end of the session, learners can first identify the natures and background of badminton. Second, develop good social skills by working within a group. Third, perform proficiently the basic skills in badminton. So, okay, now let's proceed into our main topic for today. So today, class, our topic is all about badminton. So do you have an idea what is badminton? Okay. What is badminton? So badminton, class, is a racket sport played by either 2 opposing players, singles, or 2 opposing pair, doubles, who take positions on opposite halves of a rectangular court that is divided by the net. So badminton, class, is played with the use of a racket, equipment, and a shuttlecock. So, in badminton, class, players score points by striking a shuttlecock with their racket so that it passes over the net and lands in their opponent's half of the court. So, a rally ends once the shuttlecock struck the side before passes over the net. So unlike mini racket sports, class, badminton not use a ball. Badminton uses a feathered projectile known as a shuttlecock. So since the shuttlecock is strongly affected by wind, so competitive badminton is always played indoors. Badminton is also played outdoors as a casual recreational activity. You can play it in your garden or in the beach if you want to have some relaxations or to have an unwind. That's it. So, since 1992 class, badminton has been an Olympic sport. So, with 5 events. So, it was men's and women's it was men's and women's singles, men and women doubles, and mixed doubles, in which each pair is a man and a woman. So, at high level of play, badminton sports required aerobic stamina, agility, strength, speed, and precision. So that is one of the, when you are going to compete in a badminton competition class, you must have a good stamina. You must have a good agility, the strength, speed, and precision. So it is also a technical sport, required a good motor coordinations and the development of sophisticated racket movements. So I will present to you the badminton equipment. So these are the equipments of badminton. So in badminton class, this is the shuttlecock. So the shuttlecock class must be made from natural feather or any systematic materials. So the racket. So this is the racket class, as you can see here in the projector in the screen. So racket. So frame including handle should, in racket class, frame including handle should not exceed 2 feet or 2 to 3/4 inches in overall strength, length, and 9 feet in overall width. So the shorts. So in badminton class, this is the equipment for the attire that you can use. So in short, the shirt that you must wear is comfortable and allow properly to bend. So the next is the net. So the net made of fine dark colored cord and even thickness with a mesh or not less than 15 millimeter and not more than 20 millimeter. So, okay. So next is the shoes. So this is the shoes for badminton. So comfortable and soles that grip are essentials. So this is the shoes class. And the next is shirt. So loose and not restricting. So those are the equipments needed when you are playing a badminton. Okay. Now, let's move on the nature and background of badminton. So what is the nature of the badminton? So badminton is a racket sport played using rackets to hit a shuttlecock across a net. So although it may be played with larger teams, the most common forms of the game are singles with 1 player per side and doubles with 2 players per side. So that is the nature of the badminton class. So it is played with a racket sport, played using rackets to hit a shuttlecock. So you can't call a badminton if you will not use a racket and a shuttlecock. So mostly class, the nature of badminton is, it is mostly played with singles. That is one of the most common forms of the game. Singles, which is with 1 player per side. Okay, next. So what is the background? What is the background of badminton? So the beginning of badminton can be traced to the mid-1800s, where it was created by British military officers stationed in British India. So originally called as a battledore rather than a badminton. So its use of a shuttlecock rather than a ball has remained constant over the years. So the first existence of badminton class can be traced in the 1800s, where it is created by the British military officers stationed in the British India. So India. So the original name of badminton class is Pune, which comes from a city of the same name in India, where badminton was popular among British military officers. So the name and rules for Pune were first known to be made in 1873. So although badminton's roots start from Pune, they are not exactly the same sports, since Pune class uses a ball instead of shuttlecock and is now called ball badminton. Badminton is in fact a mixture of Pune and another old sport called the battledore and shuttlecock. So class, badminton first appeared in the Olympic Games of a demonstration sport in 1998. So at the 1992 Games, it became a full medal Olympic sport. So with the competitions for men's and women's singles, which is the 1 against 1, and doubles 2 against 2. So mixed doubles was introduced at the 1996 Games. So the sport of badminton class underwent its first significant change in the 1800s. So when British Army officers in India introduced a net and a court, the game was brought back to England by retired officers and played of the Duke of Beaufort's. So Beaufort's home. So badminton house in Gloucestershire. So from that point onwards, class, the game became known as badminton. So that is the nature of badminton, which is it can be traced to the mid-1800s, where it was created by the British military officers. So now, class, let's move on the 5 basic skills in badminton. So the 5 basic skills in badminton class is the grip, serve, footwork, stance, and strokes. So now, let us define first the grip. So grip class in badminton, a grip is a way of holding the racket in order to hit shots during a match. So grip class is the way you hold your racket when you are playing a badminton. So the correct way of holding a racket class is as simple as a friendly handshake like this. So imagine, class, the grip of the racket as a hand approaching to shake your hands. That would be easy, right? So like in a racket game, having a proper grip in badminton is very essential, class. The correct grip will allow you to have more control and will help you dictate where you place your shots. So there are numerous ways of holding a badminton racket depending on whether your shot is forehand or backhand. So this is the 2 types of grip, class, the forehand grip and the backhand grip. So now, let us define those 2. So this is the picture of the forehand grip, class. So as you can see, how to hold the forehand grip and a backhand grip. So in forehand grip, class, your index finger should be the one in front. So as you can see here in the pictures, so this simply means using your index finger to push the racket forward while doing a forehand stroke. However, rest your thumb comfortably anywhere. So as you can see here in the pictures, so this is the angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3. So now let's move on to the backhand grip. So here in the picture, this is the angle 1 first, and the angle 2, and the angle 3. So the backhand grip class is the key to perform a strong backhands depends on how you hold your racket. So that is one of the important things, the way you hold your racket when you are playing a badminton. So the true powers of a badminton backhand shots class comes from the push of your thumb. So your thumb here, as you can see here in the pictures, right? The way they hold the racket. So, so a backhand stroke requires you to use your thumbs class. So you should now press your thumbs on the wider surface of the badminton grip. So relax your index fingers and move it closer to your middle finger. So the backhand grip will look like you are doing a thumbs up. So as can you see here in the pictures. So class, the forehand and backhand grip looks almost the same. So there's only one slight difference. So the placement of your fingers. So as you can see here, the backhand grip is more on thumbs, and here, as you can see, there is a V line here. That is the way you hold a forehand grip and a backhand grip. So make sure to hold your badminton racket lightly, no matter what type of grip you are using. So in fact, the grip should be so light, so that someone can come along and pull it away from your hands. So this will help you, class, to prevent wrist injuries and improve the angle and flexibility in your shots. So when you're holding a badminton class, I have a tip for you. So the key is to not hold your racket too tightly. So relax your muscles and hold your racket gently. By doing this, you'll find it much easier to switch between the two grips, which is the forehand and the forehand grip and the backhand grip. Okay, do you understand, class? Okay. Do you have any questions, clarifications? So okay. Now let's move on the serve. So serve, class. A badminton serve can be performed using two methods. It's either you are going to serve in a high serve and a low serve. So depending on where you want the shuttlecock to land. So as you can see here in the pictures, so there are two ways of serving. So serve, class, is another necessary skill that you need to master when you are going to play a badminton. So a good serve, class, is likely to get you a point and may give you some advantage during the rally. So the two types of serve is the high serve and the low serve. So the high serve, class, is used when you want to force your opponent to run to the back of the court by hitting the shuttlecocks toward near each other, near the end of the court. So as you can see here, the badminton wants to serve here at the corner, at the end of the court. That is one of the one way when you're going to serve. So, a good high serve class will usually save you from receiving a smash from your opponent. So that is one way why some players want to serve in a high serve. So now the low serve. So the low serve class is used to bring the opponent forward by hitting the shuttlecock toward the front of the board. So if you manage to send a fabulous low serve, if the opponent would have to dash forward and move under the shuttle to return it. So depending on the quality of the return, you might be able to return the shot with a net kill or smash. So here, this is the pictures. When you are going to serve a low serve. So do you understand, class? Okay. Now, let's move on into the footwork. So this is the footwork. Footwork. So the badminton footwork is a method of moving on the court. So it consists of stepping, crossover, stride, dog trot, and jumping. Each set of footwork is generally started from the center of the court. So footwork class is another vital skills for badminton. So you have to continually adjust your speed according to the speed of the shuttlecock. So you have to move like this in the pictures. This is one the footwork when you are playing a badminton. So in footwork class, the player must have limited space to move around so that a good footwork is imperative. So with proper footwork, you will be able to conserve your energy and patience coming toward you from any directions. That is why footwork class is one of the powerful skills in playing badminton. So okay, next. So next is the stance. So stance. The badminton stance is the defensive positions that a player should perform when waiting on their opponent's return. So there are three basic stances in badminton. So first is the defensive stance. Second, attacking stance. Third is the net stance. So while returning strokes from the opponent, the stance is a crucial skill required in badminton. So proper posture will allow you to return the opponent's strokes efficiently and enable you to get advantages in rallies. So here the pictures of the defensive stance, attacking stance, and net stance. So defensive stance. So let us talk about the defensive stance. So you can use a defensive stance class to defend opponent's smashes. This is why you are going to have a defensive stance to defend the opponent's smash. So to take the defensive stance class, you must have a defensive posture. Face the net with your body and put the racket at your waistline. Waist height rather. By using the left from a defensive stance, you can look for the opponent such as playing a net shot. So this is the stance when you are going to have a defensive stance. Now let's tackle the attacking stance. So the attacking stance class will allow you to return a short or high left from your opponent. So to utilize the attacking stance, try to get behind the shuttlecock. Raise your arm here in the pictures. raise your arms and then transfer your body weight rather, to your racket leg and hit the shuttlecock as a smash. So by utilizing the attack stance and depending on the opponent's stroke, you can also send a drop shot. So drop shots can be used when receiving the shuttlecock from the front or back part of the court. So that is the pictures of the attacking stance. So now let us know the net stance. So the net stance is in badminton is used to return the opponent's strokes after using a net shot. So place your racket foot forward and your another foot backward. So here the pictures. Place the racket in front of your body slightly above your waist. So for the net stance is by first using a tumbling net shot. So the tumbling net shot class makes the shuttlecock tumble and spin right above the net and into your opponent's court. So after sending a tumbling net shot, your body will naturally put itself in the net stance. So when you are in the net stance, get ready to perform a net kill or move to an attack stance to perform a winning smash. So that is the three basic stance in badminton: the defensive stance, attack stance, and a net stance. So now let's find out the strokes in badminton. So the strokes. So a badminton strokes is the movement of the player's racket with an intention to hit the shuttle. So the stroke class are fundamental to becoming a good badminton player in execution super shots. So there are four basic strokes which is the overhead forehand, overhead backhand, underarm forehand, and underarm backhand. So let's tackle the forehand strokes or the forehand shots. So forehand shots should be played when the shuttlecock is on your racket side. Your index finger will control the forehand strokes as you swing over arm or underarm. So swing the wrist along with your index finger as a support to play a forehand strokes. So by the way, class, we are going only the two basic strokes in stroke, which is the forehand and the backhand. So the backhand shots class it should be played when the shuttlecock is on your non-racket side with your thumb controlling the strokes. So while playing the badminton, your light grip will mean you'll be able to switch between the forehand and the backhand shots. So hold the racket with the back of your hand in front and swing your wrist forward while using your thumb as a support. So class, knowing and practicing the basic skills in badminton will improve your performance and allows you to develop more advanced skills, mastery of the correct techniques and strategies when you are going to play the badminton. So learning the basic skills in badminton class is very important. So class, do you have questions, clarifications, and our last topic about the 5 basic skills in badminton. Okay. So, okay class, do you have any questions, clarifications of our topic today? That is the end of our discussion. So, do you have questions? So, if you don't have a questions, I have a questions. So, my first question is, okay, I want some volunteers. Okay, TG. My first question is, what is badminton? Okay, very good. So, according to TG, badminton is a racket sport played by either 2 opposing players, or the singles, or 2 opposing pairs, or the doubles, who take positions opposite halves of a rectangular court that is divided by a net. So very good. Thank you so much, TG. So my second question is, why is it important to know the nature and background of badminton? Okay, Sophia. Okay, very good. According to Sophia, it is important to learn, to know the nature and background of badminton for us to know how to play badminton, and also to be able to know the past events on how badminton created and who is the person behind the badminton existence. So, the third question, in playing badminton, why knowing its basic skill is important? Okay, RG. Okay, very good. According to RG, knowing the basic skills in playing badminton is important, for it is the essence of all games. Sure. So in learning the basic skills, we will be able to know the proper ways, techniques, and strategies that will help us win in every competition in badminton. So thank you class for your cooperation. So I hope class that you listen very well in our discussion for today, for I have prepared an activity for you. So are you ready class? Okay. So our activity is, the students will be grouped into 3 groups and perform the basic skills in badminton. The students will be given 5 minutes to practice and 5 minutes presentations. So class, this is the group 1, group 2, and group 3. So go to your respective classroom group now. So I will only give you 5 minutes to practice and 5 minutes presentation. So okay. Okay, thank you so much for your good presentation class. Now, let's move on into the evaluation. For our evaluation, I want you class to list the 5 basic skills that we have discussed and explain its importance. So write this in a 1 whole sheet of paper. So you may now start. So okay. If you listen carefully class in our discussion, it is easy for you to answer this 5 basic skills. So okay, pass your paper in front. 1, 2. Okay, thank you. And for your assignments class, I have prepared here. In your assignments, it is an individual presentation. So I want you to create a 10 minutes video presentation demonstrating the 5 basic skills in badminton. So this assignment will be passed next meeting. So that's all class. May I request everyone to stand up for our closing prayer. So in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. So goodbye class, and I hope that you understand carefully on our topic today. Thank you and goodbye.